Today we're going to be looking at the PAC4X and its ACSS reticle. The PAC4X is a compact prismatic optic from Primary Arms that enters the market at a budget-friendly price point of around $289. It has 3.2 inches of eye relief, 23.6 feet field of view at 100 yards, and weighs 16.2 ounces. Looking over the optic, it's obvious that it's not a cheap Chinese import in the term of the gun show stuff you see typically. This is a nicely made optic. It's well machined, precisely manufactured, and has a decent feature set for the price. Of particular interest to me was the ACSS reticle. We'll talk a little bit more about the ACSS reticle in a moment. For now, take a look at the illumination dial. It's 0 to 11 settings, and it is daylight visible, though it can be a little harder to pick up against white backgrounds, but in general you shouldn't have any problems using this outside in bright light. It uses a common CR2032 battery. I'm not quite sure about battery life here, but you can pick this battery up and keep spares pretty cheaply. Overall, as an entry-level product out of the box, I couldn't find anything that really irked me. In the box you'll find detailed instructions, front and rear flip cap covers, a Picatinny rail to mount a forward-mounted micro RDS, and a cleaning cloth. Let's touch base on the ACSS reticle. I really like the idea behind the reticle. It gives the shooter a variety of tools to estimate target distance. It gives you 5-mile-per-hour wind holds all the way down to 800 yards. It gives you a running target lead of 8.6 miles per hour for 0 to 300 yards shooting, and a large horseshoe for quick acquisition up close. The instructions include a variety of data and sight endpoints to consider when you're sighting in 14.5, 16, and 20-inch barrels. I followed the instructions for the 20-inch barrel on this 18-inch gun with M193. Per the instructions, I sighted in it for a dead-on hold at 100 yards with the one MOA dot in the center of the horseshoe. Starting out at 200 yards, I had no issues here hitting the target. This is a reduced size, man-sized silhouette. We then move out to 300 yards. Again, no issues. The BDC is dead on here. Out at 400 yards, we're still doing good. We have 2 hits that are just below the center mass here. It might have been my fault. But then we go over to the turkey. The turkey gets it too. Right in the rear. Sorry, turkey. Once you get past 400 yards, you're really stretching M193's performance. But look at that. Chest shot right dead center. Excellent. And we have another hit. No issues at 500 yards. At 600 yards, the reticle is still doing its job very well. At these distances, we're really stretching M193's legs. A minute of man accuracy is what I would expect at this distance. The wind holds I didn't get to use too much because it just wasn't very much wind today. But overall, the reticle rocks. I really like it. M193 and this reticle were made to be together, and they did a fantastic job overall design of this optic. I'm really excited to see this reticle come out for the ACOG series of 4X combat optics. This is going to rock, and I've been wishing that Trijicon had implemented some wind holds and other useful tools in the reticle for a long time. This is currently a prototype form, so expect it here later this year in 2015. But for now, as far as the budget end of the spectrum here, the PAC4X, I can say did a good job. I would recommend it. At this price range, keep your expectations in check in regards to durability and how applicable this is for things like shit hit the fan. If you need something high-end, the ACOG will be out soon. But for a new shooter looking for that first optics upgrade, I would give this a recommendation. The glass is clear, the reticle works well. Biggest negative I could find was the narrow field of view, but that's a trade-off for a longer eye relief. I'd like to thank everybody watching and all the visitors to thenewrifleman.com. I appreciate your input. Thank you much.